Secretary of State Michael Adams opened up the poll worker recruitment portal in Kentucky today. Volunteers can go there to sign up to work in their county, and it sends that information to the county clerk. As of 2021, independent voters may also serve in Kentucky. You can find the portal at sos.ky.gov.